this time. I think
Okay.
we can go.
I'd like to call a city council meeting to order. If everyone would please rise, take off your hat, and we're going to pledge allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. The clerk conduct a roll call.
Heidi,
Here.
Blinker,
Here.
Nargi. Here. Reynolds.
Here.
Brown.
Here.
Allersmeyer. Here. Williamson.
Here.
Downing.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Quorum present.
Would the mayor come forward, please, and a representative, I think the director is here.
Mr. Kim, I'm going to let
Oh,
Woman Myers start the presentation, then I'm going to step in if that's
okay, good.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Chris Paulson and any band members present tonight, please come forward. We have a wonderful honor this evening. We have the distinct pleasure of having such a wonderful arts community in our local high school. And Mr. Chris Paulson is the director of bands at Jefferson High School. And we're here to award them tonight because through hard work and dedication, they were the Scholastic A state champions for Jefferson Marching Band.
Yay. Go Broncos. All right.
As Warren said, we certainly want to recognize the entire band for all of their hard work. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication. I know you put in lots and lots of hours. Parents help volunteer to get equipment back and forth. And it's a real love for what you do, and it's an important what you do, and we really appreciate want to keep things like that alive, the arts, the culture, music alive and well in our community, and it should be recognized. Getting all your classes done, keeping your grades up, getting the band, and winning the state championship really is impressive. So on behalf of the Lafayette City Council and the City of Lafayette, we want to award you congratulations to the Lafayette Marching Broncos, 2019 ISSMA Scholastic A class champion. So congratulations. Chris.
Marching Broncos.
Congratulations, Grant.
Stay there, director.
Please.
Would you say a few words, please?
As the mayor said, it is absolutely a team effort. Not only, of course, the hard work of our students, our incredible staff in Lafayette School Corporation. Our administration gives us unwavering support, which is critical to our success. Our parents and the community at large is such a huge aspect of what makes us successful. And I could not do what I do without the hard work of our students, our community, and everybody that surrounds us and allows us to be successful. I love too what you said about the fact that these students are dedicated to a lot of different things. You know, checking off the classwork is one big part, of course, of their time in Jefferson High School, but all of the extracurricular things that our students do, it's amazing to think about the fact that our students are involved in so many things, not only our band program, but our choir and other extracurricular activities that they're all involved in. This is one small part of making our students grow and allowing them to grow and giving them the chance to learn to be productive citizens of our community. I'm very thankful that they've chosen to be a part of our band program, and I'm just so incredibly proud of all the hard work and effort that our kids and our community puts toward growing the arts in Lafayette and allowing this to be a small part of what makes the city great.
Thank you. Well said.
Thank you very much. Approval of the minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I move we hear and approve the minutes as communicated.
Second, Mr. Downing. Go ahead, if you would.
Voice vote.
Yeah.
A voice vote.
We'll have a voice vote. If there are no corrections to those minutes, we will accept them as communicated. Okay, voice vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Thank you. Presentation and disposal of claims.
There are none.
Presentation of petitions and communications.
There are none.
Reports of city offices, and these are on file in the clerk's office for your examination.
Fleet Maintenance monthly October, Police Department monthly October, Waterworks Department monthly October, and Renew Department monthly October.
If anybody would like to read those, they are available during office hours in the clerk's office. No ordinances for second reading, so we will go right to the first reading for an ordinance. Ordinance 2019-32.
An ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of Tippecanoe County, Indiana to rezone certain real estate from NB to R2U 2113 Cassuth Street. Alexander Bowman, petitioner.
Mr. Clinker?
I move we hear ordinance 2019-32 on first reading.
Ms. Nargi?
I second.
Any discussion by members of the Common Council? Anyone in the audience wish to address this particular ordinance?
Hopefully the petitioner.
Is-
Is the petitioner here? Are you the petitioner? Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, good.
Please.
Come on up.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. I do not know if you were presented with the staff report from the county meeting. You were. They articulate everything better than I could, and so I have nothing to add to that. So thank you, everyone.
Could I get you to state your name and your address, please?
My name is Alexander Bowman. The address is 2113 Cassuth Street.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else wish to address this particular ordinance? Any questions from the council? There being none, would the clerk conduct a roll call vote on ordinance 2019-32?
Heidi?
Aye.
Clinker?
Aye.
Nargi?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Brown? Allersmeyer?
Aye.
Williamson?
Aye.
Downing?
Aye.
Ordinance passes 8-0.
Resolutions 2019-22.
A resolution supporting the designation of United States Bicycle Route 37.
What's the pleasure of the council?
I move we hear and approve Resolution 2019-22.
I second that.
Any discussion by members of the Common Council? There being none, yes, ma'am.
Ms. Devereaux, how are you? Good, but I'll try to get better. Thank you.
Thanks. Oh, you better than mine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Margie Deverell with the Economic Development Department. What I just gave you is 10 slides from a PowerPoint presentation that was sent to us from Carrie Irons from Adventure Cycling. The resolution is in support of designating route number 37, which is in Tippecanoe County. Of the 19, I believe, jurisdictions that are on along the route, Tippecanoe County has 4: Lafayette, West Lafayette, Tippecanoe County in the rural area, and Battleground. So if there are any questions, I mean, the slides describe pretty well what we're talking about. The U.S. bicycle route right now has about 14,000 miles in the United States. The goal, once it's complete, is to have 50,000. This was a project and a program that was started back in 1982 and stalled. Adventure Cycling took it up as a project back in 2005, and in 2011, the first route was designated since it had stalled in 1982. So there is a route right now, 37, goes from Lake Michigan through our county to Indianapolis and then on to the Ohio River. So if you have any questions, I can try and answer them.
Any questions of Margie? There being none, thank you.
Okay.
Any questions or comments by members of the audience? There being none, would the clerk then conduct a roll call vote on Resolution 2019-22?
Heidi.
Aye.
Clinker.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Brown. Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Williamson.
Aye.
Downing. Resolution passes 8-0.
Thank you. Reports of standing committees. Reports of special committees. Reports by the mayor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the council. Congratulations again to everybody on your swearing in tonight for the 2020 calendar year, and I look forward to the next 4 years of working with everybody on this council to continue to move our community forward as we've done and experienced some wonderful growth, and that's a tribute to everybody sitting around here that's helped play a role in making that happen. I'm going to keep my comments brief tonight. I just wanted to announce to you that we are going to start in 2020 looking at a climate change resolution for our community. We're going to work through a process, and Iris O'Donnell is here, and she's going to speak in a moment. But we're going to look at what we can do as a community. I want it to be a collaborative. I want us to bring in our businesses, our industries, our citizens, and work to see if we can find solutions that we can do as the city and that our citizens can do, where so everybody can play a part in making a change, because I personally believe that's the only real way this is going to happen, that we need everybody to play some part in this. And so we're going to be doing that over the next calendar year. I haven't put a timeline on it. We're not going to rush into anything. We're not going to hurry through this. We're not going to put some arbitrary timeline on ourselves. We're going to do this right, like we do everything here. And but my hope is, as we move through the year, we can come up with a resolution to bring to the council, and Iris will be spending some time helping educate the council on different things. We hope in the end of January to have our first public meeting where the public can come and express their ideas, and people that want to help and volunteer and bring some level of expertise to the process. We'll be looking for folks to be able to do that too. So I just wanted to announce that. I did announce it earlier kind of on WBAA earlier in the month that we're getting started this, and again today, but I wanted to make the council aware of it, and we'll be working within the committee structure and then hold the public meetings. But like I said, we're just getting started. Didn't want anybody to get surprised, and we're going to do this methodically, and we're going to do it right. And I'm hopefully all of you, I think all of you would support us on this as we move through this very important process to see what we can do about climate change. So with that, I'd ask Iris to come up, and I told her Mr. Campbell's rules. He likes things clear, concise, and short. So she's going to give you just a brief presentation.
Hi, I'm Iris O'Donnell. So I'm a student at Purdue, but I've lived in the community for like 6 years. I just helped West Lafayette write their resolution, and I spent like 3 years kind of working with them, really brainstorming, figuring out how to do that. And I also helped Indianapolis do theirs. And so I work for an organization called Earth Charter Indiana, and their current kind of campaign right now is to serve as an education tool for cities to give them the knowledge that they need to make the right decisions. And so that's kind of who I am, and what I'm trying to do is help you guys figure out what's going to work best for the city of Lafayette. So bringing in the different resources around the state, kind of figuring out what does this look like specifically for our community. If you guys have questions, I'll be around afterwards, or would be happy to answer anything right now.
We'll let you answer the questions right now if there are any.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions of this young lady?
Yeah.
What do you
See?
suggest as far as the city of Lafayette affecting climate change? Because as of now, we do recycle, and that's a big chunk. Well, what would you like to see us do?
So typically, what a climate resolution looks at is a city does a greenhouse gas inventory. We're really fortunate in Indiana because we have the Environmental Resilience Institute at IU. which they will pay for an intern or get you a free intern who will work for you and perform this inventory. And that gives cities an idea of what exactly is our impact. And so looking at how is that recycling kind of benefiting the city? What sort of emissions are there? So one of the biggest issues with climate change are greenhouse gas emissions. So when we have all these gases getting into the atmosphere, they're trapping heat in, and there's like a large scale thing happening, and I don't really know how to describe it without like using a whiteboard or something. But basically, once you have an idea of where your emissions are coming from, then you look at that, and the program ICLEI kind of helps you break it down to see what are the specific things that would help you make a difference. So maybe it's your wastewater treatment facility. You could do like a methane recapture, or it's changing the way that your infrastructure is built. So instead of having to redo your roads every couple of years or every year, or using different materials, I mean, there's a lot of different things. It really depends on what that kind of analysis or report would show of what would be relevant to the city. It's not a good question, a good answer.
Just starting.
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Anything else?
Any members of the Common Council wish to ask this young lady?
At this point.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Good luck. Any other comments by members of the audience? It's the time now for public comment, and we'll check. Yes, ma'am.
I have a comment. My name is Allie Jacoby. I'm a student at Purdue, and I'm here tonight in support of this climate change resolution for the city of Lafayette. I just want to commend the city for taking proactive measures to fight such a pressing global challenge. And I also want to stress the importance of fully considering the severity of climate change while developing this resolution. Many very prestigious institutions such as Purdue University and the United Nations clearly demonstrate that there's an urgency for cities to drastically cut their carbon emissions in the near future. And effects, the Purdue Climate Change Research Center has already shown that there are effects on the state of Indiana, such as each year there are an increased number of above average hot days. So this is a very pressing issue. And along with this climate change resolution impacting the environment beneficially, it could also serve as an incentive for Purdue graduates to stay in the area, such as myself, because as an environmental science major, I know I want to end up in a community that is environmentally conscious and has a green job market, and Lafayette definitely has the potential to be such a place. So just again, thank you for your time, for bringing a climate change resolution to the conversation in Lafayette, and I'm excited that the city wants to be part of a solution that's much bigger than just us.
Thank you very much. Any other comments? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Polly Barks, and I'm here representing Lafayette Climate, a group of citizens, some of whom are here, ready and excited for climate action. We first want to extend a heartfelt thank you to the mayor for bringing this to the table, bringing this report to the table. And I think while Indiana is often portrayed as not being particularly eco-friendly, Lafayette Climate has actually found the exact opposite. We crossed our fingers and toes for 50 people to show up at our climate strike, and we had over 150. We put together a community climate brainstorming session on November 11th, hoped for 30 people, and packed over 70 people into a room at Matchbox and had some really great community thinking. So from Purdue students to members of Lafayette Renew, REC, concerned parents, local business owners, a couple of city council members or their spouses were sent along. We have been incredibly fortunate to connect with a number of passionate and highly intelligent people at our events. The response has really been overwhelming and clear. Lafayette is ready for climate action. And in fact, our very first collective recommendation from the community climate brainstorming session in November was to commit to a non-binding climate resolution acknowledging the climate crisis. So imagine our excitement when we saw that that discussion was already on the table. Easy. So we come here to recognize the complexities of tackling such a huge existential crisis, as well as the necessity of creating solutions quickly. I'd like to say on behalf of Lafayette Climate, again, thank you for taking the problem seriously, and you have a number of citizens with ideas, inspiration, and enthusiasm ready to support you. So I'd just like to close quickly with a quote from researchers from the most recent journal, Nature. The stability and resilience of our planet is in peril. Action, not just words, must reflect this. So we at Lafayette Climate look forward to seeing action and not just words from the city and its citizens as we face the climate crisis together. So thank you. I'm going to pass around very quickly the recommendations that community members came up with at the brainstorming session, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions an hour later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here. Sorry.
Good evening. I am also from Lafayette Climate, and I just kind of wanted to share my personal story of why I'm here tonight and why this climate change resolution means a lot to me. I was born at Home Hospital in Lafayette, which no longer exists, and I'm very strongly passionate about being a citizen of Lafayette. So much so, in fact, that when I was a sophomore in high school and my parents and I moved to Southern California, I moved all the way back here on my own because I love my city so much. And even when I was in California, home to me was still Lafayette. And I just want to make it really clear, though, that while Lafayette has a beautiful history that I'm proud of, in fact, I work at a flower shop here in town that's been here since 1947, and it makes me so happy to be in a city that has such deep cultural, historical roots, but I'm really concerned for the future, for my future here as a citizen in Lafayette. And as somebody who is going into environmental education as well, it really concerns me to look at the future and see, we have a lot that is being done already, but there's so much more that needs to be done to make sure that myself and all of the other people in my generation, as well as the generations to come, have a clean and safe future. And while climate change is a really, really kind of complicated issue, I think that we can help you. Us as citizens can kind of help you start these steps, and I just really want to make it clear that we are here to support you. We want to do everything we can to make this something for a future that is going to last for a long time here in Lafayette. So not that we just have a history, a beautiful history, but also a beautiful future to come. So I'm really proud to be a Lafayette citizen, and I want to continue to be a Lafayette citizen here. Even throughout the miles and all the places that I've lived, Lafayette has been my absolute favorite home, and I want to keep it that way. So I just want to thank you for thinking about making this resolution, and I hope that this is just the beginning of a beautiful journey that we can make together to ensure that my children have a safe and sustainable future. Thank you so much.
You could have brought some heat and sunshine from California.
Leave the smog, right?
Hi, my name is Margaret Haas, and like the previous speaker, I moved back to Lafayette a few years ago because I believe in the future of this beautiful city, and part of that is in my engagement with the League of Women Voters of Greater Lafayette. That's who I'm here representing tonight, and we just want to express our encouragement and our commendation to the mayor and to the council for addressing this. As you know, we have a very active environmental and sustainability committee with really great leaders who are networked across the state. And they couldn't all be here tonight, but they were very excited to see this resolution on the table. And in the spirit of collaboration that the mayor discussed, we're standing by, ready to be part of that conversation and offer our expertise and our energy to make this a successful resolution. And successful for the whole city. So thank you.
Pay attention to the paper and the radio stations, and when this comes up, the mayor will have some information there, and we'd like to see you all again. Any other questions or comments by members of the audience? Mr. Heidi?
I move to adjourn.
Thank you very much.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Thank you, and have a good year.